12 Monday. So, yeah.
We just had,
Yes, we gotta get this in.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hello, how are you? Call this meeting to order, July 14th, 6 p.m. This is our pre-council. Okay. First order of business is Mr. Reach.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be here this evening. My name is Jacob Reach. I am running for sheriff of Jefferson County. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Jefferson County. I grew up in Midfield, Alabama. My mentor and one who led me in the direction of following law enforcement was my grandfather, who served as the chief of police of Midfield for 34 years. I started working for Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. At the time, I was a very young man. I've had the opportunity to come through the ranks of the Sheriff's Office. I did 30 years there. My time there included patrol as well as moving to investigations. Majority of my career was doing child exploitation cases and overseeing the sex offender unit for the Sheriff's Office, about 15 years of that. From there, I transitioned as a lieutenant, oversaw the school resource division, had the opportunity when we transitioned and put a deputy into every school. I was the one who oversaw putting a deputy into 62 schools within Jefferson County. From there, I proceeded to be promoted to captain, had the opportunity to serve as captain of the Birmingham Patrol Division, as well as the Jefferson County Jail, especially through the COVID era. So my 30 plus years after I retired, I proceeded to go to work at Calera PD, where I'm currently full-time and back doing investigations. So that's just a little bit about me. Would like to tell you a couple of things specifically as we are here to play, as you are in unincorporated and you solely depend on the Sheriff's Office for your services. I'd like to point out a few things that is imperative that we believe that we can change, fix, and make a difference. Currently, there are over 14,000 outstanding felony warrants in Jefferson County. Unfortunately, you have over 150 vacancies at the current Sheriff's Office. In the warrant detail, there are 5 individuals that are assigned to work that. 2 of those deputies go from different facilities, corrections facilities, picking people up, bringing them back for court, taking them from court back to their facilities. So that is 2 individuals. The other 2 individuals are responsible for doing the probates that come from the courts, which instills that those individuals have to go pick somebody up, take them to Brookwood Medical Facility for hearings and things of that nature, doing commitment orders. And so they have only 1 deputy assigned to do warrants. 1 deputy cannot go and do a high-risk warrant. And right now, there are not warrants being served as they should be. From there, we'll also talk about the school resource division. Under my leadership, when I was there, we had a deputy in every school. At the end of this current school year, you had 13 schools without a deputy. So that is an absolute unacceptable situation. In addition to that, the Sheriff's Office is responsible for the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act. That is one of the constitutional requirements of the sheriff. In Jefferson County right now, you have over 2,800 registered sex offenders. That is verified through Offender Watch, and I was a part of that company as it transitioned into doing the tracking and registration. I had the opportunity to serve on their national advisory board for 10 years, and still doing some of that today with the city of Calera. Unfortunately, again, due to the number of vacancies, you have 3 deputies that are assigned to the sex offender unit. If you do the math on that, that is 928 sex offenders per deputy. That is an unobtainable caseload for them and those deputies to be able to keep up with convicted sex offenders. So those are just 3 of the things that are imperative. I've only been retired from there for a couple of years. I know what the internal issues are at the sheriff's office. I can fix the internal issues and provide you external results in your city. My name is Jacob Reach, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, and look forward to your support in November. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to call Pastor Larry Ragland, or I guess it's Bishop.
No. Just call me for dinner, that's all, man.
We give him a few minutes, and then we'll hear from him in our council meeting for an invocation.
I don't know, it's a dangerous thing to give a preacher a microphone.
I know.
Look out. No. My name is Larry Ragland, my wife Sandy over here. We are the pastors of Solid Rock Church. We planted our church almost 32 years ago, and been the only pastors there since it was founded in 1994. We have served this community now in the Lord in those 32 years, in I'd say about a 15 mile radius here for those 32 years. Started out in the storefront building in Gardendale, Alabama. Then we decided, that wasn't big enough, so we wanted to go to a bigger city, so we went to Trafford, Alabama. That's an inside joke, only for those that know Trafford, Alabama. Population 700. But we went back to Trafford where my wife was born and raised, and converted a hay barn there into a church. And then, of course, we moved from that hay barn to the Old Rock School in Pinson. We purchased it when it was abandoned. If you remember, it was sitting there abandoned for, I think, 8 or 9 years. And just through a lot of hard work, 14 months straight, 6 days a week, our people volunteered and restored it so that we could get it financed and all that. And then we did. And we were there for 10 years. And then we had the opportunity to purchase the New Covenant Fellowship over there on Highway 79 church across from Jeff State. And we were able to purchase that. The city of Pinson bought the Rock School from us, which is now they have a beautiful library there. And we were there up until June 7th, 2025, the day before Pentecost Sunday. We had a power outage. Many of you will probably remember that storm. It really hit Sweeney Hollow Road and all that really bad on that day. A lot of people, all Jefferson County was without power. Fire came back on that night and something happened. I don't know what happened, but it started a fire. And we had a fire in our church. It was pretty expensive. And so a year later, we was blessed by, I'll just say this, the day after the fire, I was preaching for, many of you know, Dr. P. Ronald Wilder at his conference on that Pentecost Sunday. 24 hours after the fire, I didn't back out of that speaking engagement, and we didn't know where we were going to go, and preached that night. And me and Sandy were going to drive around Clay because we love Clay, and we love Pinson too, don't get me wrong, but we have always loved this area, and there just wasn't anything available. So we said, we got to have a building. So we're going to leave that night and just drive around Clay and Trustful and all this, see if there was just any possible building. Turned left and immediately looked over, and there was a building that had a for sale sign on it. And that was a year ago. We were able to lease that building, and it was, of course, the Deerfoot Church of Christ now that are over near Trustful High School. And we were able to go into a 1-year lease with them. And the interesting timing of it is, I'm proud to say that today, it was just a few hours ago, we just closed on purchasing the building. So we are now official Clay residents. So we're very excited to be a part of the city of Clay. So, Solid Solid Rock is here to stay. Our motto that we say is we are clay in clay to stay. I know that's a little cheesy, but we're excited about it. We're honored to be a part of it. Thank you, council, for allowing us to come and let everybody know official. You're the first ones we get to officially tell that we have signed on it, and we're excited to be here, excited to be a part of the community and to get to know all of you better. And you'll see our presence. We're very community oriented. We're going to go out into the town here, trust and surrounding areas, and do whatever we can do to be a blessing to this community. So thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so that's going to give us a little, about 20 minutes to discuss some of the city council agenda items this evening. And I will open the floor and y'all can tell me what you want to talk about.
I have a question about the resolution for outside agencies. And then there's another document, outside agency funding ordinance. What is the purpose of the outside agency funding ordinance if the resolution is passed? Why do we need the ordinance on top of the resolution? They seem to repeat themselves.
Well, as we discussed in our finance committee meeting, there's two choices here. We could do, we could include the public school support in a resolution, or we can do it separately. We also talked about the three different types of outside agency that we could do, the small dollar, the standard, and the large, and how those three things are different from the first one, and that we could, if we did that, that would cut down on some of the paperwork for the small dollar requirements.
I guess what does the outside agency funding ordinance, the R 2026-06, is it necessary if we pass the resolution for outside agency?
You have two choices, an A and a B. The A is where the schools and other outside agencies are lumped into the same process. The B is that document would have.
The Bs are separate.
There would be, correct, they're two separate and distinct, but you have a choice of which one you want to.
And what would be the purpose of separating them? What would be the purpose
They're
of separating schools?
To make an attempt to make it a little bit easier in the fact that you would be taking advantage of sections of the state code which grant special allowances to educational entities.
The allowances are there, the codes are there. It doesn't matter which ordinance we put in, what would make the difference?
That is up to y'all. There's just different criteria.
And as mentioned, in the one that's got the blank on the side of it, the Alabama State Department of Educational Financial Procedures for Local Schools is form it's PDF you can download. They already have I know Dr. Rush is well aware of it. They already have the forms of what they can do with public funds, non-public funds.
And all we have to do is put that in the other resolution
Right.
altogether. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be
Right.
separated. So
Right.
to say.
One thing, if we go with the first one, I think that under section 5, there's a couple of things that actually, under recreational extracurricular, they seem to disagree with the Alabama financial procedures.
Okay, wait a minute, tell me where you are,
On the one with the blank,
what page?
page number 2,
No, page,
61 in the original that was sent to us.
okay.
I'm not
page
sure in the
61.
updated. Starts with as public school recipients at the top.
Mhm,
Okay, under section 5,
mhm.
the words recreational extracurricular may conflict with the state procedures they have in place.
For
public schools, the public purpose may include educational, civic, recreational, cultural, safety, community, technology, library, athletic, extracurricular facility, and other public school purposes benefiting Clay students.
Right, they're very particular about the recreational extracurricular stuff in the Alabama State Department of Education financial procedures for local schools. I wish they had an acronym for that, because that's a lot to spit off. Also, I know that we've gone over this and hashed this thing out several times. Under sections 12 and 13, we've changed this several times, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if we're copying and pasting, but we still keep going back to what we've gone to over and over
The annual
about
appropriation,
annual appropriations and the,
help me understand why that's a problem, because that just makes it simpler when we do it all at once, one time.
But it sounds like reading it, that we're pretty much only doing annual.
Well, no, there's provision in there for other opportunities. It doesn't say that we would never. It just says, let's get it together the first time so we can put that in our budget and be ready for that. And then as other things come up, those things are available. We have the opportunity to proceed as other requests are made. This would just kind
Okay,
of get it out there the first time.
I would change some wording there. So I would change on section 12, I would change the word all funding to any funding. Shall be subject to, and mark out annual, just be subject to appropriation. Doesn't matter whether we do it annually or we do a one-time piecemeal. Any funding approved under this resolution shall be subject to appropriation by the city council and the availability of funds. Prior year funding, blah, blah, blah. I would change all to any and take out the word annual. Just say any appropriation we do, period. It doesn't matter whether it's an annual or a one-time single event.
And then doing that, then that would eliminate trying to work out which provision covers it. That
Right,
is it.
right. It's just, I mean, any money appropriated, whether it's an annual or a single event, it would follow that.
So if you remove all of that, that'll take away all the provisions for anything, and it'll just cover anything if something pops up outside of the annual.
Whether it's an annual or whether somebody comes in June and says, hey, we're doing this program, can y'all help us? But I would take away change all to any, so any type of funding we approve. And take out the annual, so it's not making it look like it's restricted to just annual appropriation, any appropriation we approve. The other thing, in section 11, where it says the city attorney should review, I would say that should needs to be changed to may. And the last thing on there, on section 13, administrative controls, goes across, we're talking about the various people, the mayor and whoever, are authorized to receive applications, review requests for completeness, and prepare recommendations, monitor compliance. I would take out prepare recommendations. I think what we want is just make sure the application is complete and then send it all through the finance committee to the council. Don't make the finance committee can make a recommendation. Well, I would remove prepare recommendations.
So that's on the school supporting resolution, then you.
That's on 2026 blank one, whatever it is.
Right.
Starting in page 60.
And then when you go to exhibit A, to the outside funded agency programs and policies. Exhibit A talks about, the appendix to it talks about the small dollar shortfall requests. Are they all not filling out the same application?
No, the ones request exceeding $10,000 would involve significant, let's see,
More documentation.
more
Documentation
documentation.
is fine, but application should be the same across the board. In other words, this is the application, if it's a small dollar, this is what I require you to turn in. If it's a medium dollar, this is what I require you to turn in. If it's a large dollar, then you're required to turn in this, but everybody's application should be the same.
So combine them all to one form.
And then
Yeah,
you
it should
can
just
Makes
indicate
sense,
on
makes
that
sense.
one. So you
The
can indicate.
requirements can be different.
And then the documentation, there might be a need for additional documentation as opposed to just a simple act. I know what we're trying to do is on the small thing, to make it
easier.
somewhat painless.
Sure.
Mhm.
And that's what it should be. In other words, I feel like this application, as an outside agency, and it's less than 10 years. I'm turning this in, and then that will lead for much more documentation. But the higher the amount go, same application, they're just asking for more documentation.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And could it say that on the application where they can indicate which one that they're applying for? And it'll be the same application with just checking off which one that they're doing.
And then ask for different documentation. Also on that one, on, item number 5,
That's on page 65. There's something under there too.
whichever, I don't know which one that is.
It's page 65. just
Okay.
got 2
All
pages.
appropriations to outside agencies shall be documented on the appropriate funding instrument approved by the city council or otherwise authorized under this policy. I don't think we need or otherwise authorized. What's authorized is the city council has to approve them all. Because it otherwise authorized, that sounds like you could have something committed without having the council vote on it. If it was authorized by policy.
That was my thought. That's what I had on that one too.
By the time we see it, it's done, right?
And I'm a little confused on part 6, where the application time and budget cycle and out of cycle, on the second paragraph, failure to submit a request during the budget process shall not automatically bar consideration. That sounds like if they don't do it, it might automatically bar, and I'm gonna take out the word automatically and just have it say failure to submit shall not bar consideration. And if we do that, then I don't think you need most of the rest of that paragraph. That, or shall not bar consideration by the council, and stop.
So you don't need anything from May all the way to here.
The council may consider an honor cycle and determine, if you take out the word automatically and just say shall not bar consideration by the council, then you don't need those other 2 sentences.
Do we not need the council, city council may consider an option? I had almost what you had on that. I had, removing the word automatically, and then the city council may consider an out of cycle request, and I put a period there and just killed the rest of that.
Okay, that's all the same thing.
I just want to make sure we can approve the request if we put that in there, if something comes up. I think that second sentence needs to be up there to the word request. It's my thought on that.
The only other thing, and this fits back to one we just talked about, on the same document on item 13, administrative follow-up and council discretion. The city may designate administrative personnel to receive applications, review requests for completeness, prepare recommendations, monitor compliance. I would take out the phrase prepare recommendations. I just want them to receive the document, make sure they are complete, and then send it to the finance committee, and then that will be forwarded to the council for decision.
I had one more on the page before, under section 7, paragraph 3. This is under the large dollar review requests. On the very end of that first line, it looks like we're requesting a line item budget. I know that most people aren't gonna give you, they're just not gonna give you a line item budget. I know that the school probably can't give you a line item budget for anything over $10,000. I think we're gonna just, I think with the line item budget, we're gonna just knock a lot of people out of it. Now, if we've got a budget for their funding that we're actually doing, but their actual budget, they're probably not gonna give it to you.
What do you want to take out?
I think just remove those, and if we need a line item budget from someone, you know, in a big,
Are you just talking about moving line item budget?
yeah, just remove that. That's the only thing I can think that they wouldn't give you.
Use that, take that phrase out and because our funding,
66.
in our funding agreement, we could write whatever.
Yeah, we can write whatever we want on that, for that particular thing, so I just think those words are gonna potentially keep people from possibly
Scare
applying.
somebody.
If they want over $10,000, they're probably gonna apply anyway, is my thought, but I don't know of a lot of groups that are gonna be requesting more than $10,000 from the city, except for the schools. And that would be a Dr. Rush question, I don't think they can even provide that to us, probably not, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And if there's a private entity that, you know, we need to get a line item budget for, we can always add that to their contract, yeah.
All right, anything else?
Those are the only things I noticed. I'll be
We're
quiet.
close to the same page there.
I'll be quiet now.
So,
There's a reason you're on the finance committee, Jody. So we are not gonna complain.
There's a
You're doing your job.
there's a lot of the same stuff in the version B, and I'm sure Jody's got his highlighted, I've got mine highlighted too.
Well,
So.
we only need one, so.
Right, and I don't know which one's better.
See you on the way out the door, my wife told me to behave.
But this is a permanent ordinance, right? So we won't be voted, we'll be discussing this tonight, we won't vote on it until next council meeting, correct?
discussion to
Yeah, right, okay. So we got more time to hash it out in a little bit.
All right. Anything else that's listed on that agenda that you would like to discuss?
I know that Tushi updated the notes and she's got a copy of from the last meeting, the minutes. So I know there were some issues with the minutes, but I looked over Tushi's updated real quick and it looks fine.
Properties in alleged, public nuisance conditions, exhibit A, we got a laundry list here.
Correct.
So who went out and determined this?
Mr. Devin
Can we,
Cordell.
can we
Who was that?
introduce to him? I don't know him.
You're a code enforcement.
I didn't know him either. Yes.
You want to do that now?
Oh, did we have that
Tell
in
us.
somewhere else? I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm Devin Correll, the new community compliance liaison. Driving around and looking for violations of city ordinances. Most of the ones that are currently are overgrown weeds, junk and inoperable vehicles.
Could we get pictures of these since you brought this up?
We don't, not those, because those are just going into, they still have time to fix their problems. The ones that we have pictures of tonight would be the ones that we would be calling for abatement on because they have run out of time.
So this group right here is just, I know this new ordinance is, the nuisance ordinance is new. This is our first warning shot. Hey, you do this, you got 10 days or whatever you've got to do.
Yes, but
Okay.
after those, they have until the 2 councils from tonight.
Okay.
So it'd be 4 weeks.
And I drove by one that had a car on it, that the car was turned around the opposite direction. Does that get them out of back-end compliance if you can't see?
If that's
the
all
thing
they
from the road?
did, no. Usually once I have proof, I need proof of registration updated to take it off the list.
Gotcha, okay. So they can add insurance or whatever to the car.
Yes,
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
So he's the community liaison. So this is type stuff he would be doing.
Yes, that's exactly what he does.
What was your name?
Devin Cordell.
Thank you.
He won't be inspected, he can done a building inspection.
No,
Yeah.
yes,
What do you mean yet?
with some
We're working
training,
that way.
with some training, he would be moving toward that goal.
So you mean to tell me, you made it as if that was the whole problem with the former employee, and then you turn around and hire somebody that doesn't have all the credentials?
He wasn't hired as a building inspector, he was hired as what we would call then a code enforcement officer.
Right, but what I'm saying is, you made it sound like to the public that we got this big issue with our insurance and everything because we do not have a building inspector, but yet we didn't go out and hire one.
We do have a building, we do have a qualified building inspector.
Oh, so he's that too?
No,
No, I am.
Brad. is
No, that's what I'm talking about,
building
Brad.
inspector. Yes,
So in other words, Brad is the multi-man now.
no, we have currently, I think we have 5 residential properties that are, and no commercial properties that require inspection.
I hear you loud and clear, but I guess that's my point. So if Brad is doing the inspection now, why does he need the training?
Because it would be nice for him, as we continue to advance, hopefully, and start with some new projects, it would be nice for him to have that, so that that was taken off of Brad's plate in a timely manner.
Okay, okay.
All right, we'll call the city council meeting to order. I would ask Bishop Larry Reckland to come give us an invocation.
Thank you. James 1:5 says, if any lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally without reproach, and will be given to him. I think it's very important that we understand that we have limited knowledge, but there's knowledge and wisdom that our God can give us. And I'm thankful for a city council and a city that believes in the power of prayer and believes in asking God for that wisdom. So I'm going to ask you, if you would, maybe bow your head and join me as we ask the Lord for that wisdom tonight in the meeting. Dear Lord, we just thank you so much, God, for your blessings, your grace, and your mercy. You're so good to us. And God, in a world that is just full of chaos and seems to be getting more darker as the day goes by, we're thankful that we have a solid rock that we can build upon. And Lord, we thank you, God, that the amazing name of this city, even Clay, Alabama, with the example of the Word of God, that clay is in the hands of the potter to mold into the image that you would have them to be. So Lord, I thank you for our mayor and our council and all those that work so hard to make this city the great city that it is, the clay in your hands. And as the Word of God said tonight, we do that. We ask for your wisdom, and we understand that our knowledge and our education can only go so far. So we are asking you, Lord, to bless this council meeting, bless the council and the mayor, all the first responders, everyone that does their part in this city to make it safe, to make it a place where people want to bring their families and live and worship and do their business here and support the retailers. So we thank you for all of that. And we certainly ask your blessings upon tonight specifically, that everyone would be in unity tonight, and that we would have one goal, and that is for the betterment of this city. We ask it in Jesus' name. Everybody said?
Amen. Thank you. Councilor Harris, I want to lead us out.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ready to roll call?
Counselor Thompson?
Here.
Counselor Youngblood?
Present.
Counselor Nail?
Here.
Counselor Harris?
Here.
Counselor Rush?
Here.
Mayor Anderson?
Here. We have a quorum. will accept a motion to approve the council minutes of the pre-council minutes from June 23rd and the council minutes from the call meeting of June 25th.
So moved, Mayor.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'll accept a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
So moved, Mayor.
Hang on 1 second.
Second.
Hang on. Okay, you did update. All right, yeah, we're good.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right. Let's see. Do we want to move the consent agenda down past the consideration to approve the monthly payables resolution? I would, okay, so may I have a motion to move the consent agenda financial down past the unanimous consent of the resolution 260704 to consider the approval of monthly payables?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All righty. We'll go on with committee reports. I'll start. We had a successful second Saturday cleanup at the Ware Cemetery. I had a lot of really good help. Some of it's present. Miss Howe back there. And I appreciate that. We have met with Alabama Power to get a temporary easement on their property that will give us access to the area where the big tree needs to be removed and the fence needs to be corrected. We do have a volunteer first responder has said that he can fix the fence once the tree is removed. So we're excited about that. I am currently meeting with the principals over this week and next week, gaining access in preparation for our budget meetings to find out the needs of our local schools. And my last announcement is there are new swings up at Cosby Lake. I saw somebody sitting in one today, so go by and enjoy the view. Counselor Thompson?
All right, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance this evening. Just wanted to let you know, last night we had our first town hall meeting for the DOS property. I thought it was a great success. We've got a slideshow that I'm not sure, did you get that uploaded yet? Okay, all right. Sarah's already got that. I'm going to be putting it on the website so you can see some presentation notes from that if you're unable to attend. I believe we also got it on our YouTube as well. However, on that, we really need some input from the community. We're looking for a mission statement for that project or input towards a mission statement for that project. And we need more input from the community for a new name for that property. The Department of Youth Services just doesn't ring very well, especially with the history of that property. So if you have any suggestions, you can email them to dys@clayalabama.org. You can also email the mayor, Jay Anderton, at clayalabama.org, or email myself, nthompson@clayalabama.org. All of our email addresses for the city of Clay are based on the first initial of our first name and then our last name at clayalabama.org. We're really easy to find. And I think that's all I have this week. Pretty light week.
All right. Counselor Youngblood.
Good evening, everybody. It's good to see you all out tonight. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers and Sarah for leading the way for the City Fest. We had a fantastic event for everybody who came out. I hope you had a good time. We've heard the reviews and they've all come back good. And we're excited to call that our first annual. So you know when there's a first, there's a second. So we'll be in preparation, looking forward to doing something like that next year. We understand what went exactly well and what things we can do to make it better. So we're looking at that as well. And one of the things that I want to express that we have a $25,000 budget. We came in at $22,186.35, but we really came in under that because of the sponsors. We have a grant, we had vendor fees, food and merchandise. And so it all together, we end up spending $11,036.35 for everything that you saw. And so I think that was an excellent job on behalf of everybody that worked on that team. And thank you all for coming out and supporting it.
We're proud of you, Carl. Thank you. Thank you for this. It's a great job.
You did a fantastic job.
That's all,
Councilor,
ma'am.
Councilor Now.
Yes, ma'am. Good to see everybody tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. Couple of things. Me and the mayor have talked about, of course, our school grants and how we're gonna approach that this year. I'm gonna meet with them, the finance committee on 28th of July, is that correct? To kind of restructure that and even probably see if there's some more funding that I can get for that program. Anyway, so what we'll do there, we'll kind of put our heads together and hopefully make that happen. Still will involve the teachers in the process, so I don't want to eliminate the teachers from our monies. So it's really important that we keep them, you know, in the big picture. I did talk with Mr. Wilson at the middle school. He was talking about, you know, he wants his school to be in the best shape it can be in, which I agree. All of our schools need to be that. With the new high school coming, I'm sure, you know, that's going to happen. So July 20th would be a big day for our grant. So I'm kind of just going to hold off, and that next meeting we will kind of introduce what we want to do with our grant program. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilor Harris.
All right, several things. First, there will be a planning and zoning meeting Thursday night here at 6 o'clock. Y'all come. You know, it's okay. Second, I want to brag on Carla and her group for Clay Fest. That was a wonderful experience, other than it being 175 degrees.
And that we couldn't control.
You know, if you got in the mood,
I mean, I really was doing okay sitting under the tent until the sun got down and started coming in the tent as opposed to on the tent. And then I thought, oh, it's hot out here. On the public safety side, the last week the sheriff had 43 responses in the city of Clay. A variety of things, nothing dramatically significant. I would just ask you to be aware when you're driving that there's a lot of traffic, particularly if you're on Old Springville Road or Clayton Road. There's nowhere to really run off the road without going into a ditch. So pay attention to your speed and what the person in front of you is doing. Today, the Center Point Fire District had the groundbreaking for Station 3 in Pawnee. And I'll give you a little history. There was a station down there in 1978 that was funded by Jefferson County Commission. In 1988, that funding ceased and the fire district was not able to afford to fund it. Fortunately, nobody was in that building in 2012 when a tornado ran right through the middle of it and put it on the ground. But we are building a new station that's right off of Highway 79 on Pawnee Village Road, right before you get to Jack's. It should be finished before the end of the year, we think. Of course, we're dealing with contractors, so we just think that, we don't know that. And that's going to improve service down in that area, and also is going to improve service in the remaining part of the district, because the engine from Penson's area will not be going all the way down to Tarrant as much as it is now, and there'll be more locally available to help other responses like in this area. So planning and zoning, station 3, Bayfest. I think that's all I got. Just remember, planning and zoning is Thursday night, 6 o'clock right here.
Dr. Rush?
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. Just want to say, continue to support our library for all the summer programs that are being offered. Christy and Grace are doing a fantastic job of offering things for our students while they're out on summer break. And we're hoping to keep where that summer slide doesn't come down. So different reading programs, activities, tumbling, you name it, they have turned it up into there at the library. So please go by and support if you have little ones that need to participate. This is the time to keep them busy and keep them moving about to have a great summer. Also, just want to say, remember, first day of school is back for the students on August the 12th. It will be here before we know it. So all schools will be back in session, and our teachers come back 5 days prior to that. So we're getting all geared up. Things are moving right along. If you know of anyone that is interested in being a bus driver, please, by all means, we are in need of bus drivers and teachers. If they have the certification or looking to turn into a second career, please go to the central office and look to go by HR department and look and see about opportunities for that. This zone here for Clay is in need of bus drivers more than any other zone. We have a lot of double routes that are in this area, which causes students to get home later than the normal time. So if you have anyone that wants to have a second career, 2 hours a day, 4 hours total, then this will be a great opportunity for you. So, and they do the driving classes out at Ketona. So this could be something that will be beneficial for us within the city to provide transportation for our students. So please see me after the council meeting if you're interested, because we're in need.
And bus drivers do qualify for the state pension and the state health insurance.
That is correct. So
Yeah,
that's
Joe,
perfect.
sell it.
We'll take them on the road, Joe.
Okay.
All right, that's all I have here.
Thank you. We have no reading of petitions. We do have public hearings. We'll offer an opportunity for anyone regarding Resolution 260704 to consider the abatement of public nuisances. And if you'll look, it doesn't have a page number, so it's at the end, page 92. Are the five. If there's anyone here from 5192 Yorkshire Drive, 5300 Baggett Drive, 5901 Nuthatch Circle, 5904 Elizabeth Drive, 7048 Old Springle Road, who would like to stand and come up to the podium and give us your name concerning those properties being abated. Okay, with no public hearings, we will move on to public comments. We have Mr. Maurice Mercer. If you would like to come up to the podium, give us your name, but not your address, because this is going to be on YouTube.
Good evening.
Hey,
My name is Maurice Mercer, as has been said. I am one of the candidates for Congressional District 6 for the upcoming special election. I'm married to Dr. Amanda Mercer. She's a 2004 Clay Chalkville graduate, and she was previously also an assistant principal at Rudd in her tenure. I've served for 13 years on the Pelham City Council until November of 2025. When I vacated my seat, I was the council president. As the council will know, I obtained the Advanced Municipal Officer designation by the League of Municipalities. I'm looking forward to going to Washington to fight for affordability and civility. I think those are the two things that are needed right now for our people. They want to be able to afford going to the grocery store, putting gas in their car, and they want to see our leaders act civilly, not only to each other, but to just the general public. And that's what I believe in. My campaign, you can find more information at mauricemercer.com. I'll be around afterwards. Again, that special election is in 30 days. I appreciate your consideration. And like the sheriff, I'm also from Midfield, so how about that?
Go Patriots.
Thank you, Mr. Mercer. All right. So do I have a motion to enter into unanimous consent?
So moved, Mayor. Second.
All right.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Nail,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. The vote is unanimous. So we're going to take up. Which one is it? Resolution 260704.
CA.
Yeah, he changed the number on this, it's probably not correct. It's, Mayor, I make a motion to consider, I don't know what CA is, but CA, city consent agenda 2026-0701. We had a duplicate number on it previously.
Okay, so this is the resolution to authorize payment for certain payables. Is that right?
Yes,
Identified
yes.
in Exhibit A. So basically what this does is this authorizes the consent agenda that we're calling consent agenda financial and makes it a part of the permanent public record. This has not been done previously, but Alabama Code Title 11 expects us, council action, to authorize expenditures and have them reflected in the official minutes. And that's why a written resolution would create a clear permanent record of specific payments. And that Exhibit A is what we would call our consent agenda or our financial agenda.
Okay, so we have a CA,
That's,
well,
that's
that's
what it is,
like,
the consent agenda.
in clarification. And then we have the, oh, okay.
So was it not in our, so this was not kept in the permanent, this was not available before to the public, correct?
I believe that is
Consent
correct.
agenda? Okay. And is doing it this way an actual requirement of the state code or just recommended, Brad?
It is best management practices as recommended by the Alabama League of Municipalities.
And that's what you've attached in here, Brad?
Yes, ma'am. It's in the form of a resolution now, so it'll be kept with the resolution
And the
document.
understanding of it. Got it.
So is this in the future going to replace the consent agenda?
No, sir. No, sir. This is just, we have been digitizing all the city documents, and as we've done that, I ran across a good bit of where something was approved, such as the consent agenda. You can't find that documentation now. We can't locate it. By moving forward with these being resolutions, these will be kept in the resolution document, so it will always be part of the official record.
So we're gonna have the same
Consent-
resolution every meeting, we're just gonna have a different, just a consent attachment.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Yes.
So this is more or less for documentation purposes to be able to have a streamlined affair for years to come.
Yes, ma'am. People can locate that information in the future.
And for the public's ease of access.
Yes. So,
I made the motion, yep, so we need a second.
we have a motion, so do I have a second?
I'll second, yeah.
All right,
And now we can discuss the issues with the stuff on the consent agenda. Now we discuss the consent agenda, right?
itself.
Right.
All right, does anybody have any questions about the consent agenda? Any of the expenses?
I will make one observation. If you look on there, we have a pretty significant cost overrun on our printer and paper. And that's due to the contract we currently have now that will expire in December, and that is going to be addressed at that time. But at this point, if we make too many copies, it costs us some money.
That's correct.
A lot of money.
But, you know, that's the contract we're in, and you'll be there 5 more months, and that's just the way it is.
Right.
And we'll either renegotiate the contract or move to Plan B and see what we can do.
Buy a copy.
That's what I was curious about today, so.
Yes.
Mine were about I had a question about the copies, obviously, and that one's been bugging me for a little while. I think it's been bugging everybody for a little while. The T-shirts and pom-poms and everything for the cheerleaders, is that offset by the cheerleader registration dues?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that it might be. I just wanted to check on that.
And that will be the equivalent of just like when we do football,
Right.
when they pay their registration, it reimburses for the items that we provide for them.
Yes, and the pom-poms are a 1-year purchase, because they're like equipment, they
So they stay
stay
in
with the
rotation.
city, yes.
Got
They don't go with the cheerleader like their individual outfit does.
And so one other thing I had was it may just be is the internet for the pickleball court, is that just for when we do events, the pickleball court?
There's cameras there.
Okay, so the cameras run off that
Yeah,
internet?
so it'll be there all the time.
Okay, all right. Just wasn't sure on the charter fees, because the charter fee just seemed a little high for that, but maybe it's the bandwidth. Right, no, I know.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? I'm sorry.
Well, back to the pom-poms, that was amended, Tiffany found them cheaper.
Mhm.
So I did a corrected check for just
Right
the
here.
uniforms, and then she'll submit later a cheaper invoice
Version for pom-poms.
for pom-poms.
Yep, I see the one for the uniforms here.
Okay.
Okay, so just so I understand, this resolution just says that from now on, we're going to have a resolution for our consent agenda.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, it'll be the first thing, but in approving this, we'll approve the same resolution. It'll have a different number each meeting. It'll be the same heading, and then we're going through and approving all of these under the resolution.
So this is the proper time to discuss the
Right,
consent agenda as far as the payables.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my understanding. Are we correct on that?
That is
That's-
correct.
Okay, that was my understanding. The other one we had was. Oh, gosh. It was the communication expenses for the City Fest. I'm not seeing it on here.
It was $80.
Yeah, was that just like a hotspot or something like that?
No, that was the advertisement expenses online.
Okay, okay.
On Facebook, we ran it a certain number of ads for a certain number of days. I think it was $5 a day.
Because you can have to wait for your ads to be on.
No, I realize that. I just saw a number that was just, I would think that would be under advertisement, but I know you want to lump all the City Fest stuff.
Well, I
together,
don't think
so.
we could, at the time, we couldn't pay for it for ourselves. So
Oh,
Sarah
so
paid
that's a
for it
reimbursement
through
for
her.
Sarah.
It's a
Okay,
reimbursement.
cool. Okay. That was the only one I had a question. I think that's everything that I had a question about.
All right.
Roll call.
Yes.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Nail,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. The motion passes. Was it 26:07:01?
It was CA.
CA. Now we end unanimous consent and move to old business, which has been withdrawn, so we can move to new business. 26:07:01.
Consider annex of property, 504 Cherry Drive.
On that. This is an annexation of certain property within the corporate limits of the city of Clay. This property is at 5744 Sherrill Drive in Jefferson County, Alabama. The owner is Ms. Glenda Howe, and she has, desires to be a part of Clay.
Make a motion, we approve ordinance 2026-0701.
First reading.
This is
First reading.
Oh,
Can I get unanimous?
Probably,
probably.
probably, if you ask for it.
Can I ask for unanimous consent to approve this?
Well, my question about it is,
Mm-hmm.
see, it's sitting right in the middle, all the other properties
Around it.
around it already incorporated in.
That was my question.
Not every one of them, but 3 of them are. The 2 on the back and the one next to it. One on one side is not in yet.
Back here,
No, here.
Mhm.
That piece is in clay, that piece is in clay, that piece is in clay. I think that piece is in clay, that piece is not.
So the piece that's sitting right next to it is not.
it's not in clay.
The one on the
Right
right
there.
side is not.
Inside, got it.
This is one of those neighborhoods that was in the original incorporation where they were going door to door, when they went door to door and said, do you want to be? Several people in this
Some
area
did, some
said
didn't.
no. Right. But Ms. Linda Howe has moved here in 2000?
Yeah.
Is that about right? And has decided that she would like her property to be in the city.
Counselor Harris,
The,
did you get an answer to your question, or do you have?
no. Okay, I'd make a request that we have unanimous consent so we can approve this on the first reading.
Yeah, I think it would be a motion to
I
suspend.
make a motion to suspend the rules.
Okay.
Okay.
He won't use it. I make a motion to suspend the rules to vote on this at its first reading.
I second.
Can I all in favor of that?
This has to be roll call.
Roll call.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Nail,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes,
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes.
All right.
during discussion, this comes recommended by the planning and zoning committee.
You're welcome.
All right.
So, leave it that, Joe, the next time.
We'll discuss it yet.
Leave it that.
Okay, now we have to bring it up, because you didn't have a second on your first.
Yeah, so now I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 2002, 026, 0701, annex of certain properties into the city of Clay.
Second.
Roll call?
Counselor Thompson,
Oh, now we discuss.
Oh,
Anybody got
If
any
there's any
questions?
discussion.
Have no discussion.
no discussion from me.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Nail,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes,
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. The motion passes.
Welcome to Clay. Have you read it?
Welcome to
Ordinance 260705 is an ordinance to adopt the 2021 editions of certain international codes published by the International Code Council and repeal all conflicting ordinances. Can I say a sentence? Or do I have to wait?
You're running the meeting, man.
Oh, yay. Okay, so the adoption of this ordinance is recommended by the Center Point Fire District and the Jefferson County and the state of Alabama, because it puts us in compliance with all of those entities.
This ordinance brings Clay into what the state fire marshal recommends the building codes statewide, and brings us up to that level. So if someone builds a house here, if they build a house in Pinson, they build a house in Center Point or unincorporated Jefferson County, they're all gonna be playing by the same rules.
Aaron, make a motion that we pass, for this 2026. Okay.
First reading of the ordinance, so we have to suspend the rules. Can we get a motion to suspend the rules?
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Counselor Thompson?
Yes or no, sir?
Seeing what the changes were we made about the 2015 this morning. So I know we made some changes this morning. Yes.
Counselor Youngblood?
Yes.
Counselor Now?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Counselor Rush?
Yes.
Mayor Anderson?
Yes. The motion to suspend the rules passes. So now we can, take up ordinance 2026-07-05 to discuss after some motions.
It's up to Mayor.
It's up to me.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance 2026-07-02.
Thank you.
Second.
Now discussion, correct?
Mhm.
Nathan, what was some of your issue? What did you?
No, I just know we made some changes,
Okay.
early this morning, and I've had a really busy day.
Are they reflecting?
I think they're reflecting, these are all reflective of the current Alabama codes, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
They are.
Yes, sir. It impacts the energy code, which are limited by state law to only enforcing the 2015 and the 2021, which has been adopted by the state of Alabama Building Commission.
We didn't do anything about, we didn't make any other changes to that about current, I know that we had something in there that current permits can apply to the codes that are in force at this time. You didn't
Yes, sir.
change
The building code does cover that. Any permits that are lawfully issued currently, they remain in effect and governed by the applicable code at the time of issue.
Okay, all right. That was my only question, because we've got those 5 that are open right now. We don't want to change the rules on them in the middle of their.
Does not
Their job.
change the rules on any open permits that are valid today.
Sure. That was my only questions I had about this.
All right.
And it is 02, right, not 05.
It is ordinance 02. Yes, sir. The agenda is correct. The backup, there's some issues.
Okay, all right. I have no further questions.
All right. We ready to roll call?
Counselor Thompson?
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood?
Yes.
Counselor Now?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Counselor Rush?
Yes.
Mayor Anderson?
Yes. That ordinance passes. Resolution 26-07. Oh, wait, that one's right. 0703. This is a resolution authorizing the city of Clay to enter into a memorandum of understanding and agreement with the Municipal Intercept Services for the submission of processing eligible delinquent debts for set off through the Alabama Department of Revenue. What this does is allow the Department of Revenue to recover delinquent debts owed to the city through individuals' state tax refunds.
Mayor, I make a motion that we move to approve resolution number R 2026-0703.
Excuse me. If I could, the correct resolution number for that would be 01. 2026-0701.
The agenda is correct.
The agenda is correct.
Okay, 2026, we need to get it all correct next time if we can. Yeah, mine,
The
okay.
agenda says,
It depends on which agenda
Right,
you
which
got.
printout you
Mine was
got,
a little
mine's,
earlier
my
than
printout
yours.
saying the same thing, it's 03, so, resolution R 2026-0701.
There we go.
Got a motion?
I'll second.
Counselor Thompson?
We actually learned about this down at the league, so it's a great program, we can't collect the money ourselves, so I vote 100% yes on this.
Counselor Youngblood?
yes.
Counselor Now?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Counselor Rush?
Yes.
Mayor Anderson?
Yes. 2026-0701 passes unanimously. Let's pick a one shot. Okay, so now we're on to Resolution 2026.
0702.
0702, outside agency funding and public schools support funding resolution. So this one is the one we have two choices on, right? So may I have a motion for discussion?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Thank you. I appreciate that we had a lot of this discussion in pre-council. Are there any other discussions or questions or answers that we need to consider before a vote?
So we didn't go through the B version, and I know we're not voting tonight, so I don't know which one we're to choose, but
Which section did you say that?
the R 2026-0629 option B, we went through the first one. There's two different ones.
Gotcha.
And I think it's just the same things like on, section 9, page 77, section 9, striking the prepared recommendations as Councilman Harris noted. And then under section 10, change the word all to any, scratch the word appropriation. And,
Thank you.
No, scratch the word annual, leave the word appropriation.
oh, sorry. I scratched annual in what I wrote, I just didn't read it right. Scratch the word annual. And then on page 80, under 5, the second paragraph, failure to submit a request during the annual budget process shall not automatically bar consideration. And I can email everybody all this too. I'll be happy to scan and email it out.
Okay, so is there anything we have to do to that? If it's a first reading?
We have those.
Rick, do we need to vote tonight to amend this or do nothing?
That should be,
First reading.
it,
We just give me that, so we can.
I would think that would be appropriate once it is,
Changes.
there's been a motion to pass it at the second.
First reading.
Okay. So we're resolution 260703 to consider if certain properties are a public nuisance.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve resolution R 2026-0703.
Second.
city council will conduct a public hearing during the regularly scheduled meeting on Tuesday, August the 11th, to receive evidence or objections from those who have not responded and become compliant with our codes.
I want to say good job to Devin, because I guess he's a scary kind of guy, because we had 47 on this list to start with, and it's down to 35. So are you going out to every one of them and saying, hey, get this stuff done?
Attempting to, we're sending a courtesy letter as well.
Okay.
The original list for that time frame was 72.
Oh, 72 before we got it. Okay, cool. Well, good for them.
Maybe you'll call or hurt a little more in 2 weeks.
Hoping so.
Have I received a second?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. The questions?
Well, that was the only comment I had on it. Yeah, so we're good to vote.
Counselor Thompson,
Yes.
Counselor Youngblood,
Yes.
Counselor Now,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes,
Counselor Rush,
Yes.
Mayor Anderson.
Yes. That resolution passes. Resolution 260704, to consider the abatement of public nuisances and to consider certain conditions to be public nuisances and ordering their abatement. And I think Devin has pictures if you need them.
Definitely.
Is that right?
make a motion, we approve resolution R 2026-0704.
Second.
All right. Any discussion?
Just would like to see the pictures, I think.
So this one's the property at Yorkshire Drive. The property is, the downslope belongs to the uphill property and the complainant is the downhill property. There was an attempt to cut it, but it is still violates the 12-inch city ordinance.
Is this the area, Devin, between those fences that everybody has trouble accessing that's been ongoing over the years?
Yes. Just between Sterling Glen and Yorkshire.
Okay.
And as soon as it's cut, 2-3 weeks later, complaints pour in again. And it's, this is one address that is still on the docket from the previous council, but it is the entire hillside.
I'm wondering why we let them do that. I mean, that's just, I'm looking at that from here and there ain't no way I'm cutting that. I mean, you run the mower over yourself. Can this be seen from the, can it be seen from the public road, or it's fenced? It's just the
This-
neighbor that can see it, right?
It is a neighbor that can see it and requested us to access their property to see it.
Sure.
I was unable to see this particular property from the street.
So that's the person who asked you to come in there through their property to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That's a good question. Devin can't go on private property, is that correct?
Not without permission.
Not without permission.
Okay, that's just.
I was requested to visit
Sure,
that property.
sure.
So how much of the property is the does the downhill go? I don't know where the property lines are there. Does the downhill, is it part of that opening, or does it go to the fence, or where is their property?
The bottom, the fence is, from what I understood from the complainant that owns from the fence to the street, everything behind that fence, and the parcel map kind of alludes to similar, is that the entire slope belongs to the uphill properties.
But it's a solid wooden fence that they can't really see with, I mean, you're on this side of the fence. That's what I'm
From the
looking at.
downhill property, you can view half of the hill up.
Okay, so you can see it over their
Yes.
fence?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, then if you don't cut it in 3 years, it's gonna be
Oh, sure.
15
Yeah,
feet of
right.
privet, mimosa, and whatever, so it's just gonna be a jungle.
They shouldn't have let it go like that.
Yeah, they should have backed their back or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's. Can't fix that.
We can go back again.
It's done. It's done. All right, what about the next ones? That's, 5192 Yorkshire, right?
Yes, sir. This one's 5,300 Baggett.
Is August the 28th. So we'll see you then. Thank you for your kind attendance this evening.